Welcome to the I Love Coaching podcast, where we believe coaching solves everything.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the I Love Coaching podcast. I don't know when this one will air, though I just got back from what was that? A Friday to Friday trip. We do this every single year, a 4th of July family lake house trip in southern Indiana, Columbus, Indiana. Grandview Lake is where it was called. So, I just went out there, let the hair down, hung with the family. If you're watching on YouTube, you know I have no hair. And what an amazing trip. I'm your host, Adam Roach, and today we're going to talk about a lot of fun things related to family, related to business. But the biggest thing we're going to talk about is I'm going to give you the 4 things you don't need. Let me reemphasize that. The 4 things you don't need to be a world-class coach. I'm going to lay those out for you while I was on family vacation. If I had one, I had at least 24 plus coaches reaching out, talking about wanting to get into our community. And they kept all saying the same things of what do they need before they get going. So we're going to talk about that today. Though, let's talk about the family lake house real quick. I think this might have been our 10th year doing this. And I just love, I'm getting to the age now where I love to just go and chill. I love to go and chill equals still tubing, still jet ski riding, still having fire nights, still trying to catch catfish late into the evening, and just being with family. We had a really, really good time, and that's important to me to be with family. My mother and stepfather are getting up in age, and it's just nice to be able to be with them and be present with them at the same time. Even though we all get on each other's nerves and we love each other, though at the end of the day, it's still an amazing time. So let's talk about these 4 things. Let's talk about business. Let's talk about coaching. Let's talk about you listeners right now. So you're either currently someone considering being a coach. Maybe you are a coach right now. Maybe you're someone that is in a space where you want to scale. Maybe you're looking to exit your coaching business. Heck, maybe you're just a fan of either I Love Coaching or Adam Roach and all our ecosystem has to offer. Though today I want to talk about 4 simple things. 4 simple things that I know, so this isn't a belief, but I know that you don't need to be a world-class coach. Now, let's go back to a definition here of what does world-class mean. That's up to you. World-class to me means that you have a steady book of business. You are changing lives. You are impacting the clients that you have in a positive direction, in a growth forward-facing direction. And they come back to you every single week or every single month or every single quarter, however you have your coaching set up. They're coming back to you. So that's what I think is world-class, right? World-class can mean many different things to many different people. Some people think world-class is you got to be an international speaker, an international coach, or you got to be speaking up on stages, or you have to have, here comes the first thing you don't need, you have to have credentials. You have to have designations, or you have to have gone through specific training to have 3 letters at the end of your name or something along those lines that you've gone through. Now, let me pause for a second. There's nothing wrong with having those. There's nothing wrong with having those at all. Actually, those really help you, but you don't need them to be a world-class coach. Let me give you an example of this. So it is the year 2000, I don't know, let's just go with like 2022 or 2003. I am the general manager of Beverly Hills Tennis in Beverly Hills, California. That was our tennis club. I was also a partner in that company. And we had an organization, I'll just say it, the USTA. Okay, the USTA is the United States Tennis Association. It is the governing body for pretty much all things tennis. Now, we had, how many pros did we have? Let's just say that we had roughly 30 tennis pros at our club. And the USTA came to me and said, hey, Adam, we want to certify your pros. Great. Why? That's what I said. What do you want to do? What causes you want to certify them? Why? Why do you want to certify my pros? And here's what they said. Well, it's going to give them more education and Now, at the end of their name, they'll get to say whether they are a Master Pro, a P1, P2, P3, P4. I might have gone into P4. And I said, no. I don't need my pros to have a designation next to their name for me to say that they're successful. Now, I'll go ask the pros if they want that, though I don't believe that they need to have that to define them as successful tennis pros. And now, the USTA was not happy with me because they wanted me to be compliant, and they wanted to what? Make money. They wanted to make some money, and they also wanted to, now I believe this, and I know this part to be true, they wanted to make sure that the pros that I was employing were pros that were teaching tennis based on the USTA's methodology. All right, that's cool. I didn't care, though. I did not care. I didn't care that the USTA wanted that. I didn't care about the teaching style related to what they had to offer. Here's what I cared about. I cared about my tennis pros that were teaching lessons. I care that they were following suit and holding our values and our culture of our tennis club to the highest level. I expected them to have a high degree of professionalism on the court, which meant collared shirts tucked in, you were professional in your language, and so on and so forth. And here's how I defined them as having success. Their clients kept showing up. Their clients kept coming back every single week. So I then took a poll of the pros. I took a poll and said, hey, the USTA is coming in here asking if we want to certify you all. Do you want to? Yes or no? And I gave my side of what I thought to be true, exactly what I just shared here. Now, their egos got in the way. Now, let me pause for a second and tell you. So a P1 was you scored the best on the test, and then the physical side, which meant you actually had to teach a private lesson to one of these certification people, and they scored you, right? So of course they all said, well, we want to be P1s. We'll score P1s. We'll score really, really high. Okay, fine. So I said, you don't all have to do this, but those that want to do this, let's do it. And so the majority of them all wanted to do it. So let's just say that we had 30 tennis pros roughly, and they all wanted to go through this process because their ego said, I need to have that next to my name. Okay, great. Of the 30, 3 came back as P1. All the rest came back as either P2, 3, or even all the way 4. I think we had a few 4s. And maybe they were just bad test takers. Maybe they were nervous in front of the pro teaching them. I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter though. Here's what I know. That didn't change anything. It didn't change whether they made more money. It didn't change whether they got more clients. This may be a little controversial, though I do not believe that you need certifications to be a world-class coach. You don't need it. It is going to show up in the amount of clients that you have and the amount of clients that keep coming back. Do the certifications help? Yes. Do they help you with your education? Yes. At the end of the day, are they going to help you get clients? Maybe in your specific field, if you are out there in a field that needs a certification, okay, then go take it. Though, do you need it to start your coaching business if you are doing it from an entrepreneurial standpoint? And in my opinion and my belief, and I've seen this to be true, if you're looking to make 6 to 7 figures in coaching, you don't need the certification. You don't. Let's go to number 2. Remember I said there's going to be 4 things. Number 2. You don't need company leads. Let me say that again. If you're with a coaching company right now that is feeding you leads, all right, great. That is you're taking the leads from them, and you're probably not running a P&L. You're probably not monitoring your expenses. You're probably just there with a handout to go now coach a bunch of clients that this company has given you, and they're probably good clients, and you're probably building great relationships with them. And at the end of the day, your P&L is saying you're not making enough money. Now, are you in this business to make money as a coach? Sure, you're going to make money. I just said that you can make 6 to 7 figures. That's right, you can and you will. Though at the end of the day, if you're taking company leads, you're going to be making less money. Can you generate leads on your own? The answer is yes. Are you generating leads on your own? If you're not, I'm going to say one simple thing here, and it may upset you, and that's okay. You may never listen to this show again when I say what I'm getting ready to say here, and that's okay because I know this statement to be true. If you're not generating leads on your own based on the relationships you have established, you're lazy. You are lazy. You're lazy and you're not doing anybody around you a service. All you're doing is taking leads from a company that says, hey, these people are interested in us, not you, interested in us, and here's a lead, go coach them. You're going to establish a relationship with that person. That's going to be fantastic, and hopefully it's a long-term relationship, and you're going to impact them because I know you're a great coach, though you're not going to be making as much money as you should be making. So you do not need company leads. What you need is you need to learn to lead generate. How do you lead generate? There's many different ways to lead generate. There's many, many, many different ways to lead generate, either active or passive. A few of the ones that we coach our coaches on are stages. Let's talk about stages. Right here, this is a podcast. This is a stage to add value to the listeners that see you as someone of an authority person. So that's stage number one. Let's talk about stage number two. That's actually a physical stage, right? You're in front of a room of people speaking on whatever authority you have in a coaching space, in an education space, whatever it may be. Then you generate the leads from that stage. I coach, I teach, I share with all of our coaches how to do this through our blueprint. And we run the blueprint every Tuesday from 3 to 4:30, and we run it consecutively every single month, 4 weeks straight, 90-minute calls to teach coaches how to generate leads on their own. So there's stages, podcast and a physical stage. Let's talk about social media. Social media, everyone, if you're driving, I want you to stop. Put it in park, grab a pen and paper, and write this down. In my opinion, social media is the greatest platform for engagement with both warm and cold. Go look at your social media right now. I don't care if it's TikTok, if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's Twitter or X. I think it's called X now. LinkedIn, any of these. WhatsApp. Snapchat, I've been snapping, by the way. Snap is a very interesting app. I could go down a rabbit hole there. My kids have I've had Snapchat for a long time. My kids couldn't believe that I had Snapchat. I don't know, I think 2015, 16, I don't know, whenever it came out. And so now I have these streaks. What an interesting app that is. All right, Bunny Trail. All of these platforms are eyes. These are all eyes watching you. Here's a great way to lead generate right now. You don't have to be in my community to take this advice. Take this advice and go watch it. I call it the success path. Every single day that you are posting a story, you are sharing your success path. Stories are proximity. What do I mean by proximity? People watch your stories because they want to be close to you. They want to see what you are doing. And if you are providing value, now I don't mean sales, I don't mean selling somebody something in your stories. Though if you're providing value to the eyes that are watching you in your stories, and that means it is close to you, that means it is up close and personal with you, morning, noon, and night, 3 stories a day. Go look at the eyes that are watching you. You can go chat with those people all day long, right? You can go watch those people that are watching you, and then start engaging with them. Engage with them in a DM. It's a great way to start a lead generation opportunity, because if those eyes that are watching you in your stories, I'm gonna tell you right now, those are your biggest fans. Those are your biggest fans. The ones that are watching your stories, those are your biggest fans. So let's get back to this. So there's another opportunity, is social media, and then there's emails. I believe newsletters are still amazing sources of value if you do them right, and amazing sources of lead generation. So let's go all the way back to the top. What do you not need? You don't need designations, certifications. You don't need company leads. You don't need company leads, because ultimately you can generate leads on your own. Here's a fun one. I love to do research. This is number 3. I love to do research on what other coaching platforms are offering. I'm not going to name a name here, though one of them was a website. Woo! Do you need a website to be a world-class coach? No, you don't. Stop. You do not need a website to be a world-class coach. You have social media. You have emails. Is a website a great place for them to see you and what you can provide and offer? Yes. Do you need one to be a world-class coach? No, you do not. Dana, my wife, we are launching a new community. The new community is called The Whole Couple. And the Whole Couple idea is that we will attract couples into our world that choose to be whole life millionaires. Whole life millionaires, health, wealth, relationship, spirituality, giving, leadership, all of those verticals. We're going to build a community on building whole life couple millionaires. And so if you go to The Whole Couple right now, www.thewholecouple.com, it's going to take you to a Stan Store. Now, a Stan Store is, and I have no affiliation with Stan Store, an amazing platform that you can put up your freemiums. Those are things you're going to give away. You can put up registration pages. You can do all different types of value add offerings so that you can start to generate leads. Though, do you need to go spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 on this beautiful, amazing website to be a world-class coach? The answer is absolutely not. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your money on that yet. Go generate some leads. Go generate some revenue. And then ultimately go hire a coach to help you build your business even more. And then go spend the money when the P&L says you can. So you don't need a website to be a world-class coach. Lastly, number 4. Okay. This is something that I went down and thought that I needed this to be a world-class coach, to be someone that could attract as many people as I could. And that is to be on all social medias. Now, you're going to find, you're going to feel, you're going to hear many different ways, many different ideas on which social media platform is the best. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Here's what matters. You need to be good on a social media platform, period, first. You need to be good on one first. Let me repeat that. You don't need to be good on all of them first. You need to be good on one of them first and then go expose yourself on them after. So let me repeat that again. You do not need to be on all social medias to be a world-class coach. No, you need to be damn good at one social media vertical first before you expand to the other ones. I personally like Instagram, though I fight with my team all the time because they say, Adam, the people, your avatars are on Facebook. Maybe that just shows my age, right? And they're not wrong. They're absolutely right, though I love Instagram. And I'm going to tell you why I personally love Instagram. I think Instagram's platform for communications is probably the best. I think it's probably one of the best ones out there. It's super easy. It's super simple to use. And I love posting stories on there. I think the user interface is easy. I love creating reels. I love creating posts. And I love to DM on Instagram. Can you do the same thing on Facebook? Sure. It's all owned by Meta, right? Though I just really enjoy Instagram more. So let's go back to that statement. You don't need to be the master on all the social media platforms. You need to be the master of one first and then go expose yourself on all the others. Instagram is fantastic. YouTube, I do believe in YouTube, right? YouTube is a great place for exposure as well. Let me go back to Instagram real quick. I'm going to give you a quick little tutorial on what I believe is the right thing to do on Instagram to grow your following. Number 1, stories. You must post at least 3 stories a day. You got a morning, you got a noon, you got a night. I call that your success path. Show the people that are watching you how you have success. And here's the neat part about that. This is what you're going to want to write. You're going to want to write this down. You're going to actually want to probably say this over and over and over. Social media, let's talk about Instagram or any of them for that matter. Social media is not for you. So I'm pointing at myself. Social media is not for Adam Roach. And here's what I mean by that. Social media from Adam Roach is for the people that are watching me, for the people that are engaging with me. So my content, can it be about my family? Absolutely. Can it be about I Love Coaching Community? Absolutely. Can it be about my dog Charlie? Absolutely. It can be about all that. That's from Adam Roach. Though it's for the people that are watching me. It's for the people that are watching me. If I look at my stories, that's my success path. I'm going to show you every morning I'm going to show you a devotional. I'm going to show you my sleep scores. I'm going to show you my daily walk. I'll probably even show you my gym. I might even show you my morning routine, which is reading a devotional, which is reading then every Monday a spiritual marriage devotional to my wife. It's going to be my journal and my tracking. I do that every single morning without fail. I come into the office. I do my lead generation. I do whatever I need to get caught up on. And then I go into my day. You're going to see that in my stories when you watch me. I'm going to share some value adds in there as well for you to engage with me. I might ask you a question. Engage with me. It's from me, though it's for you. What is a reel? A reel is a stopper, right? A reel is from me for you with a hook to get you to stop the scroll. I want you to stop the scroll. I want you to watch my reel. And then what do? When you watch the reel and you like it, then you go to my page. When you go to my page, you read my bio. You see my bio. You're like, oh, this is an interesting bald-headed dude. I want to follow him. Great. So you follow me. Then when you follow me, what do? You go look at posts. When you go look at posts, what are the posts? Value. Okay. All of it's value, though at the end of the day, it's not for me. It is for you, the end user, or the end watcher, if you will, for value add. Okay. So remember that. You don't have to be a master on every single social media platform yet. When you are building your world-class coaching business, you just have to be the master of one and build it and go as deep as possible. Okay, so let's go. Let's do a quick little overview again of this. Number one, these are all 4 things that you don't need to be a world-class coach. Number 1, you don't need certifications. You don't need certifications. Number 2, you don't need leads from a company. Go get your own leads. Number 3, you definitely don't need a website to be a world-class coach. And number 4, you don't have to be a master on every single social media platform. You just have to be a master of one of them and go as deep as possible, right? What do they say? Go an inch wide and a mile deep. Do that on the social media platform. So that's what we have here for today's podcast. I appreciate you all listening. If you liked it, great. Go follow us and leave us a comment. Go give us a thumbs up review. That would be amazing. And share it with somebody else. If you really like this and you felt it was valuable for you, again, it's from me for you, not for me. Go share this with somebody else, and I hope that it really lands well with them. What do we have coming up at I Love Coaching? We actually have our intensive starting Tuesday. Starting on Tuesday from 3 to 4:30. If you want to be included in that, go to, where can you go? Hey, just book a call with me. Go to bookacallwithadam.com, bookacallwithadam.com. Grab a time and let's have a conversation. I'll get you into our community and into our intensive. Outside of that, we will see everybody or talk to everybody on our next podcast. Thanks, everybody. Take care. See you. Bye.